Gentlemen, let's speak openly for a moment. Many men over 60 wake up each day with the same quiet frustrations. Energy that isn't what it used to be, nights interrupted by constant trips to the bathroom, and intimacy that feels harder to maintain. It chips away at confidence, yet most never bring it up in conversation. The surprising truth is that these struggles are often traced back to a small gland most men barely think about, the prostate. When this gland becomes enlarged and inflamed, it can drain vitality from nearly every part of life. Sleep suffers, circulation slows, and even your mood and focus can take a hit. Here's the good news. Nature offers powerful tools for relief. For centuries, certain everyday fruits have been used to calm inflammation, improve urinary comfort, and support male vitality. And now, modern research is confirming what tradition has long suggested. These foods can make a real difference, often within just weeks. I'm Dr. Rebecca Hayes. For more than 2 decades, I've guided men in their 60s, 70s, and even 80s toward natural ways of protecting their prostate health and restoring energy without relying on heavy medications or invasive procedures. From retired professionals to active grandfathers, they've all wanted the same thing: real, lasting solutions. In this video, I'll share with you 5 powerful fruits that science shows can support a healthier prostate, boost circulation, and help you feel more like yourself again. And the best part? These aren't exotic or expensive remedies. They're fruits you can find in any grocery store, often already in your kitchen. Before we dive in, I'd love for you to subscribe and tap the notification bell so you don't miss practical, research-backed advice that actually works. Now, let's begin our journey with the very first fruit, one you've probably seen on holiday tables but may have overlooked in your daily routine: cranberries, the forgotten ally for men's prostate health. When most people think of cranberries, they picture women drinking cranberry juice for bladder health or holiday meals with cranberry sauce. But here's what gets overlooked. These tart little berries are one of the most underrated foods for men's health, especially when it comes to the prostate. More than half of men over 60 deal with benign prostatic hyperplasia, or BPH for short. That's the technical name for an enlarged prostate. And the symptoms are all too familiar: weak urine flow, frequent nighttime bathroom trips, that constant sensation that the bladder never empties. It interrupts sleep, drains energy, and gradually wears down confidence. Many men accept it as just aging, but that's not the whole story. Cranberries contain unique compounds called proanthocyanidins, or PACs. These are powerful bioactive nutrients that help calm the inflammation inside the prostate. Research shows that PACs block certain bacterial activity and inflammatory pathways that trigger swelling. The result? Smoother urinary flow and less urgency. In one clinical study, men who consumed cranberry extract regularly experienced a 25% improvement in their International Prostate Symptom Score, the very scale doctors use to measure the severity of urinary problems. Another trial found markers of prostate inflammation dropped by nearly a third. That's not theory. That's measurable, real change. I've seen it firsthand in my practice. One of my patients, a 67-year-old grandfather, told me he hadn't slept a full night in years. He was up 5 or 6 times to use the bathroom. We added just one simple step: 8 ounces of unsweetened cranberry juice daily. Within 6 weeks, he was waking up only once a night. His flow improved, his energy lifted, and he told me he finally felt in control again. The best part? Cranberries are simple and safe to use. You don't need exotic supplements or complicated diets. Try half a cup of fresh cranberries a day, or a small glass, about 8 ounces, of pure cranberry juice. Just make sure it's unsweetened. The sugary cocktail versions in grocery stores undo the very benefits you're looking for. Cranberries don't just support the prostate. Their antioxidants protect the heart, improve circulation, strengthen the immune system, and may even slow down cellular aging. In other words, they're working for your whole body, not just your bladder. So, Consider cranberries your first line of natural defense. They may be small, but when it comes to prostate health, their impact is anything but. Now, let's move on to the second fruit. It's sweet, familiar, and usually eaten without a second thought. But inside, it holds a compound linked to stronger testosterone levels, better blood flow, and a healthier prostate: red grapes. Red grapes. Sweet support for testosterone and prostate. Red grapes might seem like nothing more than a quick snack or something you add to a fruit salad. But inside their skin is a remarkable compound that plays a direct role in men's health: resveratrol. Resveratrol is one of the reasons the Mediterranean diet is so often praised for longevity and vitality. It helps regulate hormones by lowering excess estrogen while supporting healthy testosterone levels. That balance is critical because when testosterone dips too low, men often feel more tired, less focused, and less interested in intimacy. An inflamed prostate can make the situation even worse. Resveratrol helps calm that storm. Science backs this up. Resveratrol activates a protein in the body called SIRT1. Think of it as a cellular repair switch. When it turns on, inflammation is reduced and cells function more efficiently, including those in the prostate. Studies also show resveratrol improves the flexibility of blood vessels, meaning circulation gets stronger. Better circulation isn't just good for your heart. It supports every system that depends on healthy blood flow: your brain, your muscles, and yes, your reproductive health. One of my patients illustrates this perfectly. A 68-year-old retiree came into my office feeling drained and discouraged. He admitted intimacy had become rare, and his motivation for daily activities was slipping. During a routine exam, he mentioned the red grapes growing on his backyard vine. I asked him to start eating a handful every day. 6 weeks later, he walked in with a grin. His energy had returned, he was sleeping better, and he said, "I finally feel like myself again." Adding grapes to your day is one of the easiest changes you can make. Aim for 1 to 2 cups of fresh red grapes daily. If juice is your preference, choose 100% pure red grape juice with no added sugar. For men who like supplements, high-quality grapeseed or skin extracts can also provide resveratrol. But as always, keep it natural and consistent. And the benefits don't stop at the prostate. Red grapes protect brain cells, improve memory, and may even slow the decline that comes with age. They also help regulate blood sugar, which keeps your energy more stable throughout the day. Gentlemen, never underestimate the power of something so familiar. A handful of grapes can quietly support in your hormones, your circulation, and your confidence. Up next, we'll turn to a fruit you've heard about since childhood. It's simple, crunchy, and often taken for granted. But new research shows it may directly reduce inflammation inside the prostate. Yes, it's the apple. And you'll want to hear why this everyday fruit carries extraordinary benefits for men over 60. Apples. Everyday protection against prostate inflammation. We've all heard the old saying, "An apple a day keeps the doctor away." It may sound like a simple proverb, but modern science shows there's truth behind it, especially when it comes to men's prostate health. Apples are loaded with antioxidants, and one compound in particular, called quercetin, has powerful anti-inflammatory effects. For men dealing with benign prostatic hyperplasia, or BPH, inflammation inside the prostate is what causes swelling, weak flow, and those exhausting nighttime bathroom trips. Quercetin helps calm those overactive cells, giving the prostate a chance to relax. Beyond that, apples help protect against oxidative stress. This is the gradual damage to cells caused by unstable molecules called free radicals. Over time, oxidative stress can worsen swelling and interfere with normal prostate function. By neutralizing this stress, apples help preserve the health of your prostate tissue. One of my patients, Mark, age 64, learned this firsthand. He came in frustrated about waking up 3 or 4 times every night to urinate. His energy was low, and his mood showed it. I asked him to make one simple change. Eat 2 apples a day, one in the morning, one in the evening, with the skin left on. 8 weeks later, he returned with a big smile. His symptoms had eased, he was sleeping longer stretches, and he told me, "I didn't realize how much this was wearing me down until it started to get better." Apples also support your entire system. Their fiber helps balance hormones by assisting the body in clearing out excess estrogen, which indirectly supports testosterone levels. They also aid digestion, improve blood sugar control, and contribute to a healthier heart and circulation. That's a lot of value packed into one humble fruit. To get the most benefit, eat 1 to 2 medium apples daily, and keep the peel on. That's where most of the quercetin and antioxidants live. Whenever possible, choose organic apples to minimize pesticide exposure, which can interfere with hormone health. Big improvements don't always require complicated solutions. Sometimes, the smallest, most familiar foods hold the biggest power. An apple isn't just a snack, it can be a daily step towards steadier energy, better sleep, and a calmer prostate. And speaking of small steps with big payoffs, our next fruit was once unfairly labeled as too fatty. But new research has completely turned that idea upside down. In fact, this fruit's healthy fats may be one of the strongest natural allies for your hormones and prostate. Let's talk about avocados. Avocados, healthy fats that protect the prostate. For years, men were told to avoid foods with fat. Egg yolks, butter, and avocados were all lumped into the bad category. But today, research has flipped that thinking. It turns out that the right kind of fat, the natural fats found in foods like avocados, are not only safe, they're essential for hormone balance and prostate health. Avocados are rich in plant sterols, especially one called beta-sitosterol. Clinical studies show this nutrient can ease urinary symptoms caused by an enlarged prostate. Men who include beta-sitosterol in their diet often notice stronger flow, fewer bathroom interruptions, and less pressure in the pelvic region. But that's not all. Avocados provide monounsaturated fats, the kind that support natural testosterone production. When testosterone levels fall too low, men often feel sluggish, foggy, and less interested in intimacy. By fueling healthy hormone production, avocados help restore the steady energy and confidence many men miss. One of my patients, Carl, age 69, is a great example. He was exhausted, frustrated, and waking up multiple times a night. I asked him to try something simple: eat half an avocado daily. 6 weeks later, he told me he was finally sleeping through the night again. His daytime energy was steadier, and he said, "I feel grounded again, like my old self." Avocados also bring other benefits. They're high in potassium, which helps regulate blood pressure and protect the heart. Their fiber supports digestion and helps your body clear out excess hormones. And their antioxidants protect against cellular stress, slowing down the aging process at a tissue level. The best part is how easy they are to use. Slice half an avocado into your salad, mash it on whole grain toast, blend it into a smoothie, or simply scoop it out with a spoon. Start with half to 1 avocado per day, and you'll be giving your prostate and hormones exactly the kind of nourishment they need. Avocados remind us that not all fats are the enemy. The right fats are allies, helping your body find balance, strength, and resilience. Next, we'll explore a fruit that looks ordinary but hides one of the most researched compounds for prostate health. It's bright red, it's in nearly every kitchen, and it may be the single most important food for protecting your prostate after 60. Let's talk about tomatoes. Tomatoes, the red shield for prostate health. Tomatoes are such a common food that most of us overlook their power. Yet inside this familiar fruit lies one of the most studied nutrients for men's health: lycopene. Lycopene is the pigment that gives tomatoes their red color, but it's far more than just a dye. It's a potent antioxidant that reduces oxidative stress and lowers inflammation, especially in the prostate. What makes lycopene unique is that it actually concentrates inside prostate tissue more than in almost any other part of the body. That means when you eat tomatoes, the beneficial compounds go straight to where they're needed most. Dozens of clinical studies have confirmed its impact. Men who consumed tomato-rich diets saw reductions in prostate inflammation markers by up to 40%. Other research shows lycopene helps stabilize PSA levels, a common measure of prostate health. These aren't small changes. They translate into fewer symptoms, less swelling, and better quality of life. I'll never forget one of my patients, David, age 72. His PSA levels had started creeping upward, and he was waking up several times a night to use the bathroom. Instead of rushing into medication, I recommended a simple adjustment. Eat cooked tomatoes at least 5 times a week. 6 months later, his PSA had stabilized, his symptoms eased, and he said for the first time, "I feel like food is really helping me heal." Tomatoes also support circulation, heart health, and even hormone balance. Lycopene helps protect testosterone from oxidative damage, which keeps levels steadier over time. That means benefits extend beyond the prostate into energy, mood, and intimacy. To get the strongest effect, don't just eat tomatoes raw. Heat unlocks lycopene, making it easier for your body to absorb. That's why tomato paste, roasted tomatoes, tomato soup, or sauces are ideal. Aim for 5 to 7 servings per week. It's affordable, simple, and safe. No side effects, just steady support for your prostate and overall vitality. Gentlemen, tomatoes aren't just a kitchen staple. They're one of the most powerful allies you can give your body. But here's something even more important. While each fruit we've discussed today brings benefits on its own, the real magic happens when you combine them. In the next section, I'll explain how synergy works, why cranberries, grapes, apples, avocados, and tomatoes together can transform your prostate health faster than any one of them alone. The power of synergy. Why combining fruits works best. You've now seen how cranberries calm inflammation, grapes balance hormones, apples soothe swollen tissue, avocados fuel testosterone, and tomatoes shield the prostate with lycopene. Each of these fruits has its own unique strength. But here's the key. Your body doesn't work in isolated pieces. It works as an interconnected system. That's why the greatest benefits come when you combine these foods, not when you rely on just one. Think of it like building a team. One player might be talented, but a full team covers every position. Cranberries protect against bacteria and swelling. Grapes improve circulation. Apples reduce irritation inside the prostate. Avocados give your hormones a steady foundation. Tomatoes bring antioxidants right into prostate tissue. Together, they form a complete defense system, each one filling in where the other leaves off. This is what nutrition scientists call food synergy. It means that certain nutrients actually help each other absorb better or amplify each other's effects when eaten together. For example, the healthy fats in avocado can increase your body's ability to absorb lycopene from tomatoes. Fiber in apples helps regulate blood sugar, which supports the circulation benefits of grapes. None of these effects happen in isolation. They happen in combination. What does that mean for you? Faster and more lasting improvements. Many men notice changes within weeks. Fewer bathroom interruptions, steadier sleep, stronger flow, and more energy during the day. And as the months pass, those improvements build into long-term stability, not just in the prostate, but across the heart, brain, and immune system too. You don't need to make dramatic changes. Just layer these foods into your daily routine. Add cranberries to your oatmeal. Keep grapes on the counter for snacks. Eat an apple after dinner. Slice avocado onto your sandwich, and cook with tomatoes during the week. Small steps create momentum. Consistency is what unlocks the real transformation. Gentlemen, your body thrives when you give it the right tools. And these 5 fruits, working together, are some of the simplest, most powerful tools you have. Now, let's close by looking at the bigger picture. How these small choices put you back in control and why it's never too late to reclaim your energy, your confidence, and your peace of mind. Gentlemen, here's the truth I want you to take with you today. Your health is not slipping away because of age alone. It's shaped every day by the choices you make, and that means you have more control than you think. We've talked about 5 simple fruits: cranberries, red grapes, apples, avocados, and tomatoes. None of them are rare or expensive. They're not sold in a pill bottle with side effects in fine print. They're foods you can find at any market, ready to support your prostate, your circulation, your energy, and your confidence. What I've seen in my practice and what science confirms is that healing often begins at the kitchen table. The men who commit to small, steady changes, adding a piece of fruit here, a handful there, often find themselves sleeping better, moving with more energy, and enjoying life again. Not in years, but in weeks and months. It is never too late. Whether you're 60, 70, or 80, your body can respond, adapt, and heal when you give it what it needs. You deserve restful nights, steady vitality, and confidence in yourself. Not just for your own peace of mind, but for the people you love who count on you. If this message spoke to you, please give this video a like and share it with another man who might need encouragement. Leave a comment below. I read every one of them. Your story might be the very thing that helps another man take the first step toward change. And don't forget to subscribe and tap the notification bell so you never miss future guidance on natural health strategies that truly work. Gentlemen, take that first step today. Maybe it's a handful of grapes or a few slices of tomato at dinner. However small, it's a decision in favor of your strength, your confidence, and your future. I'm Dr. Rebecca Hayes. Thank you for trusting me with your health journey. Stay consistent, stay hopeful, and remember, you have the power to thrive at any age.